Today I'll be reviewing Might and Magic Clash of Heroes, a wonderfully addictive puzzle game that was originally made for the Nintendo DS and then later ported to Xbox Live Arcade and PC, and probably PS3. The PC port has enhanced graphics, better sound, and awesome animations. Best of all, it's only 15 bucks on Steam, so you have no excuse. The game is split into 5 chapters, each played through as a different hero, each with their own unique units and special moves. The game also has nice cutscenes that you can enjoy in between chapters, so let's take a quick look at a little bit of the first cutscene.
Ashan is a world of legendary peoples. The elves guard the forests of Irulan. Knights rule the Griffin Empire. Wizards survey the deserts of the Silver Cities. And necromancers control the wastelands of Heresh. But there is another parallel world. It is Sheag, the prison world of the demons. During certain lunar eclipses, known as blood moons, the walls of their prison weaken, and they burst forth, plunging Ashan into war. During the last demon war, a powerful artifact was created. Called the Blade of Binding, it allowed its wielder to bind demons to his will. When it fell into the hands of a demon lord, it nearly turned the tide of the war in their favor. After the demon...
Okay, that's enough of the cutscene. Don't want to spoil it all for you. So this is what the game looks like outside of battle. There are, of course, story scenes, such as this one, with nice artwork, and I enjoyed the storyline quite a bit. You move around the map by clicking on these little circular spots until you make your way to the next story scene or fight. There are also puzzles and side quests you can complete, such as taking on bounty hunting missions for loot. Let's skip ahead to the meat and potatoes of the game. Battle! So the basic idea behind the combat in the game is to form attacks with your units by matching type and color. Then these units attack the enemy, and you have to deplete its HP before they do the same to you. Sounds simple, but there are a lot of different types of units, as well as incentives for combos. Core units, that's the little one square guys, have 2 basic moves. Match 3 of the same color and type vertically to make an attack formation, or 3 or more horizontally to form a defensive barrier. When you put them into an attack formation, you will see a number below them indicating how many turns until they run up the screen to attack the enemy. Below that number is a bar with a number on the right side. That is their life bar. If enemy units can deal enough damage to the formation before they strike, they will be killed and there will be no attack. Also, when they attack, if there are units blocking the path to the enemy, they have to defeat those units, thus lowering their bar and the final amount of damage dealt to the enemy. Each turn that they charge, their bar will increase and their health will increase. Then there are the units such as this deer. You have to feed them 2 matching color core units for them to go into attack charging state. They usually have a longer charge time than core units, but make up for it by having increased health, special abilities, and of course they deal more damage. This deer, for example, can jump over an enemy's defensive barrier, avoiding damage. The strongest units are what I call elites. They require you to feed them 4 core units, but otherwise function the same. These guys are insanely powerful and can often one-shot the enemy. This dragon, while dealing massive damage, also leaves a trail of poison in its wake that damages any unit that resides on top of it. Each hero also has their own special attack that they can use when their MP is full. Their MP fills up from taking hits and dealing damage. The first hero, Anwin, shoots a row of 3 arrows at the enemy. After combat, you get experience points that level up your hero and units, as well as gold and sometimes ore and crystals. You can use the treasures you get from combat to purchase units to replace the ones that have died in combat. Only the special units can die. Core units never need to be replaced. Part of what makes this game so great is that there are so many different types of units that do different things. Even all the core units all are unique in some way. I mean, some, like the bears for example, are stronger but take longer to charge, whereas the archers go on the next turn but aren't quite as powerful. So you can really customize your character by choosing the units that you prefer. And this goes even further because there are 5 different heroes, and each hero has their own special attack, their own wall types, and you can bring all this into multiplayer, which is pretty sweet. Let's talk replay value. There is of course multiplayer, which plays out kind of like quick play, except against a real person rather than an NPC. So I'll just show you quick play. Now, one thing to keep in mind if you get this game, play through the campaign first and make sure to collect all the artifacts for each chapter. There are 10 per hero, because by collecting them in single player, they unlock in multiplayer and quick play. Also, for each hero's campaign that you beat, unlocks a bonus hero that you can play as. These bonus heroes have their own special attack but share the same wall type and unit types as the hero they traveled with in the campaign. You can also set rules such as no artifacts or time limits. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up the overview of the game. Like I said before, the game may seem simple, but it can be really tough at times. Tough in a good way. It can also be really easy too, especially in the beginning. Overall, it is a very addictive and very fun game, and both this version as well as the Nintendo DS version are worth your time and money. You will not regret it.